before you say a word. She already knows how she feels about you. Not because of your face, not because of your voice, but because of your body language. Attraction isn't logical, it's primal. And women respond to signals their brain doesn't even process consciously. How you stand, how you move, how you breathe. These are the signals that speak to her instincts, not her ears. And when you know how to use them, you don't have to chase her attention. You trigger it. This isn't about manipulation. It's about alignment between your energy, your presence, and your intent. Let's break down the exact body language patterns that flip attraction on without you saying a single word. Most men destroy attraction before they even open their mouths. Why? Because their body is broadcasting insecurity, slouched shoulders, rapid movements, avoiding eye contact, shrinking their posture when someone attractive walks in. That kind of body language doesn't say, "I'm safe." It says, "I'm uncertain." And a woman's nervous system feels that. It's not about height or muscle. It's about how you inhabit the space you're already in. When your body looks like it's apologizing for existing, no words can fix the signal you're sending. But the good news is this: you can flip that signal instantly. All it takes is awareness and a few precise shifts in how you move. The first shift is posture. Not puffed up, not military stiff, just open. Feet shoulder width apart, chest relaxed but not collapsed. Chin level, neck long, shoulders naturally back. You're not trying to look confident, you're just not hiding. This open posture communicates safety, power, and presence. 3 things women are biologically wired to respond to, even if they don't realize it. You stop signaling, "I need you to like me," and start signaling, "I trust myself." And that change? She feels it before she understands it. If you're ready to build body language that works for you instead of against you, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because the next shifts will change how women respond to your presence. Next, your eyes. Most men either avoid eye contact or hold it too aggressively. Both send the wrong signal. One says, "I'm unsure." The other says, "I'm overcompensating." But a grounded gaze, that's different. It's steady, soft, and direct. You're not staring her down. You're witnessing her. Without flinching, without needing. It's not about dominance, it's about containment. You're not pushing your energy onto her. You're holding space for the moment and letting her step into it. That subtle shift in your eyes creates tension. And tension, when held with calm confidence, becomes irresistible. She doesn't feel watched. She feels seen. And that's what changes the game. Your hands tell a story. Most guys don't realize they're giving away anxiety with every gesture. Fidgeting, touching their face, hiding hands in pockets, rapid movements with no rhythm. These aren't neutral behaviors, they're signals. And she reads them instantly. But when your hands move slowly, deliberately, and stay visible, everything changes. Place them on the table with intention. Use calm, open gestures when you speak. Let your fingers rest instead of twitch. This communicates control, relaxed dominance. A man who's not in a rush to prove anything. And that kind of control is felt, not just seen. Because when your hands are still, she subconsciously believes, if he can control this, he can control more. Physical distance says more than you think. Stand too far and you look unsure. Get too close and you feel intrusive. But the man who understands spatial confidence, he owns the middle. He doesn't rush into her space. He doesn't hover. He simply allows closeness to happen naturally. When you're centered and comfortable in your own skin, you don't invade. You invite. Your energy expands without moving. She feels your presence before you even get close, and that makes her lean in. Proximity becomes magnetic when it's combined with patience, because the most attractive men don't force intimacy. They allow space for it to grow. And that permission, that restraint, that's what turns subtle curiosity into physical desire. Most men fake smiles to seem friendly, but women can spot a forced smile instantly. It's tight, uneven, and disconnected from the eyes. Attractive men don't smile to be liked. They smile when it's real. It's a slow, subtle shift, not a performance. A moment of quiet amusement, a flicker of warmth, a controlled micro-expression that says, "I'm relaxed, I'm observant, and I'm not here to impress." That kind of smile, it's not about charm, it's about certainty. And that certainty activates safety, chemistry, and interest all at once. When you smile without asking for anything in return, your presence says, "I enjoy the moment. I don't need anything from it." And that energy creates desire, not demand. Watch how high attraction men move through space. It's never rushed, never jerky, never trying to be noticed. Their walk is calm. Their transitions are smooth. When they sit, it's deliberate. When they turn, it's intentional. It's not about acting slow. It's about moving with control. That flow tells her subconscious, this man isn't scattered. He isn't unsure. He's centered in his body. And that kind of movement, relaxed, efficient, confident, activates deep feminine response. Because it's rare. Most men are either tense or sloppy, but the man who moves like every action matters becomes magnetic. You're not rushing to catch up. You are the pace, and she will either match it or be left behind wondering why she can't stop watching you. Your breathing shapes your energy, and your energy shapes her attraction. The average man breathes shallow, fast, and high in the chest, especially around women. It's unconscious, but loud. She picks up on that breath. It tells her, this man is nervous. This man is not grounded. But when your breath is slow, deep, and rooted in the belly, that changes everything. You walk into a room, and before you speak, your nervous system already speaks for you. Calm breath equals calm presence. Calm presence equals safe tension. That's the kind of energy that holds her gaze longer, keeps her curious, and makes her feel like there's something stronger behind your silence. You're not trying to breathe right. You're living right. Here's where it gets deeper, because women don't just watch your body language. They respond to it. If you're jittery, she tightens. If you're calm, she relaxes. If you rush, she shields. If you ground, she softens. That's why the most attractive men don't match her energy. They lead it. They hold steady when she's uncertain. They remain present when she pulls back. They anchor the moment without trying to control it. It's not about being dominant. It's about being unmoved. You become the thermostat, not the thermometer. And once she starts sinking to your rhythm instead of the other way around, desire stops being logical. It becomes automatic. The most powerful body language comes from the man who needs nothing. He's not signaling desperation. He's not asking to be chosen. He's simply being. And that state of non-need, it creates gravity. You're not leaning in. You're not adjusting to gain her comfort. You're comfortable already, with yourself, with silence, with how she responds or doesn't. And that level of self-possession radiates through your entire body. It's in how you sit back without shrinking. It's in how you hold eye contact without attachment. It's in how you smile, not to get something, but because you're already good. That's what triggers her desire. Not your approach, but your detachment. When your mind and body align, you become a different presence. There's no performance, no overthinking, no disconnect, just coherence. Your body doesn't need to prove you're confident. It simply expresses the confidence you've already built. And that alignment is what women pick up on instantly. They feel it in your walk, your gaze, your pauses, your stillness, even in how you shift your weight when standing. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. With ownership, with ease, with zero urgency. That's why she feels pulled toward you before you speak. Not because you pushed, but because you were undisturbed. And in a world full of anxious energy, that undisturbed presence is addictive. You don't need to become someone else to be attractive. You need to uncover the parts of you that were buried under performance. When you remove the tension, the approval-seeking, the rushed gestures, the fake smiles, what's left is real. And real is rare. The man who owns his body language doesn't think about it. He lives it. Because he's done the internal work. He doesn't act confident. He is confident through repetition, reflection, and quiet self-respect. And that respect shows up in every move, every glance, every pause. You're not trying to signal strength anymore. You've become the signal. And once you're that man, she can't help but notice, even if you never say a word. When your body speaks truth, you don't need clever lines. You don't need flash. You don't even need words. Because the most primal part of her doesn't respond to language. It responds to asterisk energy asterisk. And your body, how you stand, breathe, pause, look, and move, transmits that energy every second. You're either broadcasting calm power or silent insecurity. There is no in between. So become the man whose very presence creates curiosity, whose silence holds tension, whose walk turns heads. Not because you're loud, but because you're aligned. She won't know exactly why she's drawn in, but she will be, every time. What's one silent behavior you've seen in a man that instantly made him attractive? And how will you bring it into your own life starting today? Drop it in the comments. If this resonated with you, your next move is clear. Watch, become the most attractive man without saying a word, or alpha versus beta mindset. Which one are you and how women see it? They go even deeper into mastering your energy, presence, and internal power. Don't miss them.